Hi folks, welcome to Rootstem and welcome to this continuing crusade of the Dark Angels take on the renegade Astra Militarum. Hi folks, thank you very much for joining us today. This is a continuation, although you can watch it on its own. You haven't got to watch the rest of the actual games, of a little bit of a crusade that we've been having going on between myself and my friend Chris, between my Astra Militarum and his Dark Angels. We are currently playing this after the Q3 data sheet has dropped for match play. I just always use the updated rules in whatever games, even if it's a non-match play game and this is narrative, because it's just easier. Although I'm saying this is narrative, we are playing a Tempest of War game. And of course, the winner of a Tempest of War game will get some additional experience that they can give. They'll get 2 marked for greatness at the end of the game that they can give to one of their units. I'll be breezing through some of the terrain and I'll also be breezing through some of the armies. If you want some more detailed look at the armies, go over to rootstem.co.uk with the link below. That link will take you to the siege of... No, it's not the siege, it's the Dark Angels Crusade anyway. And you'll be able to have a look at some of the forces on there, just by having a look at some of the names and the data sheets. I will try and put it quickly on here, some of the units that I've got a upgrade or 2, just so you know which particular units are better or expanded, and I'll also put a PDF up there regarding the actual army lists. That being said, let's take a look at what terrain we've got today. So I've used my random terrain generation method. It always either gives me quite a lot or not a lot for some reason. Maybe it needs tweaking a little, but that's available over at my on my website on the latest news. Again, I'll put a link underneath. In the middle, we've got a large obscuring line of sight blocking terrain piece. That might be quite good, especially when you're playing Tempest of War to stick an objective into. It of course counts as ruins, as in the main rulebook. We've also got several other ruins as well. We've got a medium-sized one here and a small one here. All of these are 5-inch high. They have got obscuring, but I've put them on smaller bases because it's a lot easier to see whether or not you're going to be in or out. As I always do, I've replicated what I've got on the opposite side there as well. So another 2 pieces and another medium ruin here. Here we've got some trees. That counts. It's an easy way to expand your terrain piece or change your terrain piece. You get small amounts of trees. Get some of this is a gravel that you can get for the bottom of a fish tank. It is perfect when wanting to try and spread out or give an area terrain piece to some of your terrain collection. Quite easy to do. So trees, they're going to have the dense rule -1 to shoot, and of course they're going to have difficult terrain, making it harder for units to get across. These 2 little pieces here, as you can see, exactly opposite the other side. We've got some scattered terrain pieces, a crane. We've got some little bits of sort of like construction material. They are just going to be sort of obscuring pieces that are just going to give you an additional save, kind of like barricades. And that one, of course, is a little bit of a barricade. Try to get it as matched up as we possibly can. So there's quite a lot of line of sight blocking terrain on this. A little bit when you do get a line of sight, there's going to be some -1s. So it should allow us to have a really close fought match. I'm going to come up to the mission later because I'm waiting for my friend Chris to turn up because he's not turned up yet. But when he comes in, we'll draw the cards to see what missions we've got. And at the moment, in fact, no, sorry, I'll draw my cards now. So I've got the 6 cards in front of me regarding deployment. I've got this one. Oh, that'll be okay. Now we are playing, even though it's a 40 power level, we are playing incursion style battle. So that'll be 9 inches away from each other. So that's going to give us, because I am playing it on a bigger board, I don't like playing 25 power level on the smaller board, but anything beyond that, I much prefer a larger playing surface. So it's always a minimum board size, it's recommended. So I'm going to go for a larger one. That's more of what I used to call, it is still called Dawn of War. So that's going to be pretty cool. I haven't had that type of deployment for a long time. So what mission are we drawing today? I'm going to go for that one. Burn and raise, right. So each of you control 1 objective markers for 5. Control more objective markers than your opponent for an additional 5. And you can do it. Raise objective action. 1 unit from your army, because before this at the start of your movement phase. Well, it's got to be at the start of the movement phase, right? Okay, that's quite interesting. It's within range of objective marker that you control that's not within your own deployment zone. This action is completed at the end of the turn. If successfully completed, the objective marker is raised and removed from the battlefield. That'll be quite interesting. So we've only got 4 objectives. That's, yeah, that's going to be quite nice. So next up we have got our mission special rule. Don't know which one to pick here. I'm not going to go for you, I'm going to go for you. Warp lightning storms. In this mission, at the start of each psychic phase, each player rolls 1d6 for each of their units within range of an objective marker. And on 1, the unit suffers 1 mortal wound. Ooh, that'll be interesting. So now what we've actually rolled, well, we've rolled up, I suppose we have really, because it's all randomised. We've drawn up our missions. Let's get on with what forces we're going to be seeing on the battlefield today. So first up for the traitor forces is the Lehman Russ battle tank. This vehicle is equipped with the standard battle cannon, 2 multi-melters, and of course the last cannon. It's spent a Crusade point on there already. It's got a Crusade point on there already due to tank case for weapon expert. Next up, we have got one of the Chimera transports. We've taken both Chimera transports in this particular game. Both of the Chimeras have got heavy flamers. The other one has multi-lasers. One is a relic version with the autocannon. The one with the autocannon has got 8 experience points so far and has got an accelerator on the flamer, which gives an extra 6-inch range to the heavy flamer. Veteran squad is up next. These guys have not been performing that well in the actual campaign. They're on the verge of getting some experience, but they're not quite there just yet. So my 3 standard infantry squads, simply called infantry squad 1, 2 and 3, have managed to get themselves quite a few skills now, even though they had a rough start to the actual campaign. The infantry squad 1 has veteran warriors. They can reroll 1s to hit. Infantry squad 2 has actually got quite a lot of experience points. They've got masterworked heavy bolter, which gives +1 damage. They've also battle tested, which means that they can perform an action while doing they can do other things while performing an action, so they can actually make attacks with ranged weapons, which might come in handy, especially in this particular game. And infantry squad 3 as headhunters. They like to try and take out some characters if I can. Hopefully these guys are going to be quite buffed by the end of the game. Command wise, we have got the captain, given a name of Jana Walker. This particular character's got currently about 10 experience points. 3 Crusade points have been spent because of course they have the relics, laws of command and bellowing voice, and they have the battle honour of deadly charge, which is a similar rule to the Space Marines. And the second HQ for my force is the Road Psyker Targent. The Road Psyker itself has got 11 experience points so far within the actual game. Got Psychic Might, so this particular Psyker, it's a Rogue Psyker, but I count it as a primary Psyker from the thing. Night Shroud and Psychic Barrier. It has Psychic Might, so I can actually cast 2 powers a turn instead of just 1. In Chris's force, we have the Storm Speeder Raphael. This particular Storm Speeder has improved shielding, which adds 1 to saving throws made for the vehicle against attacks that have an armor penetration characteristic of 0 or -1. Invulnerable saves are unaffected. Because again, basically you get an additional +1. It doesn't really kick in for Armor of Contempt, but the armor penetration characteristic of 0 kicks in instead. So it can be quite good against some really some lightweight weapons, so you do need to take some larger weapons to be able to knock this flyer out of the sky. So Chris has taken one of the other 10-man squads. This is Squad Matissa, which has the ability to reroll 1s on all attacks made by the actual unit. These guys are backed up by the 5-man team of Squad Zazel, which are battle tested. So same as my guard, they're allowed to be able to do a shooting action while actually doing an action on the game. This could be quite decisive with these two particular units. And last but no means least is one of the better units of the game. I took quite a lot of experience points on this squad. They actually have marksman honours, which gives them a +1 to their ballistic skill. That is one from the Space Marine book, and I've managed to get fleet of foot as well. So they've got a move characteristic of 7 and add 1 to their advance and charge rolls. Not bad for 10 intercessors with assault bolt rifles. That is the particular unit that I do fear the most in Chris's force. And this particular patrol is led by the librarian. Librarian, of course, being Samael. This librarian has about 16 experience points going into this particular game. Done quite well for itself, got quite a few kills. Also got psychic might, so +1 to how many powers can be used. Same as his arch nemesis, the rogue psyker. So we've deployed. Chris has put a good chunk of units in the middle here. We've got sort of either standard bolt rifles or auto bolt rifles.
Auto bolts.
Auto bolts, and I think the auto bolts down here as well. Combat squad in the units there. Last Talon ready to swing out and try and probably hunt down that Lehman Russ battle tank. Yeah. And the Psyker probably going to try and do the same. Good chunk of Marines down here. I think that's to counter my armoured thrust. So we've got the veterans and squad 2 in these chimeras, and of course we've got Lehman Russ poking its head out of the little corner there. We've got another squad 1 down here and squad 3. Squad 3 holding the objective, squad 1 looking down at objective 4, backed up by the lieutenant, and the Psyker is with the veterans in the chimera, the standard chimera with the multi-laser over there. Right, so we're going to have to roll to see who's going to go first. Oh, yep, so, yeah, it seems like objective 2 is going to be quite hardly fought. Not quite sure what's going to happen when we move into objective 1, but it's going to be who's going to go first. I haven't brought a dice with me, so I will use this one. Chris has got a 3. A 6. So first turn to me. That will mean I will get 7. And Chris. There we go. So let's draw some cards as we go into turn 1. So at the start of the turn, these are the ones I've drawn. I did draw that, but I have discarded it with a CP, so I'm down to 6. And we've got extend battle lines, capture 1 in mine, capture 1 in the no man's land, deploy teleport homers to the action in the enemy's deployment zone, and investigate site, which is start the action within 6 inches of the centre of the table. That's not going to happen, if I'm completely and totally honest with people. Really is not going to go into mass effect at this moment in time. Right, so let's get some movement done. Okay, so bit of movement gone forward. I've gone forward here. The lightning storms came down. Didn't do anything. Big clump down here. Psychic powers cast off. We've got +1 to the saving throw to veteran squads. Now, I've opened fire already with some orders from these guys. They poured fire into them, killed off a Marine. These lads here underneath the building, they opened fire on the Marines down here. Managed to take out 2, which was pretty good.
Good rolls, yeah.
The veterans opened fire, used a command point to reroll 1s to hit for armoured fist, Steel Legion stratagem. He managed to take out 1 of those guys, but he did play the transhuman physiologist to make sure my plasma guns didn't decimate him too much. These have not really done it. I don't think they're going to be able to fire, so I'm going to go on to the Chimera. That's going to target the squad that's already been targeted. There's no minus to hit because I can draw a line of sight from another place, so we're going to go for the heavy flamer first. Special, oh, 6 hits.
Okay.
So we are needing 4s to wound due to transhuman. Oh, that's very poor. Only 1, and it's a -1, which we ignore with armour. So you're on a 2-up save for being in cover. And he rolls a 1.
I'll reroll that.
He's going to reroll that because he's already got a wound on the squad. Just roll that again, mate. That's cocked.
Are you being that generous?
Yeah.
Because I would have said that's a 1.
No, so. That's cocked, mate. That's not 1. Not flat. You could not put another dice on top of it. So you're down to 5 command points. Autocannon now smashing into you. Needing 4s. And that whiffed as well. Doing well when the cameras are rolling.
The las guns have done the damage.
The las guns have definitely done the damage. No squad inside, so no large weapons. Let's go on to this Luminous battle tank. Battle cannon opening up. So I'm going to go on the same squad. I might as well roll them both together. 2d6 shots for a total of 6. Firing over the ruins into that squad, meaning that I'm on a -1 to hit. So I'm looking for 5s. But I did get a 6. So that's an auto wound with a battle cannon. Now it's normally -2, so that'd be -1 +1 for your cover, so you unfreeze, sir. Yeah, he does manage to save it. Last cannon lashing out. Misses, and then I've got 4 multi-melter shots coming into these bad boys. Oh. There we go. Drop dice. So 1 hit with the multi-melter. It's not a 6. He's got transhuman in play. I do wound, so it's a -4 becomes -3, meaning you got 6. Saving a 5 while in cover. No, so that'll just annihilate that guy with a wound. So they've managed to lose 2 Marines. It's not a lot of Marines down, but I would have liked to have seen dead. So it's going to be a lot of firepower coming back at me. Like I said, there's a couple of Gothos, a couple of fat squad there, a couple of fat squad there. It's not enough to even make them pass a break test, because leadership, of course, as long as the sergeant is still alive. Oh no.
Yeah, you're right. It's because it's 8s.
But it's 7s if it's not a sergeant. These are combat squadded. Where is your sergeants?
Ah, okay. Well, let's do that off camera.
Yeah. So yeah, we figured out which ones were which. That squad didn't have the sergeant in. Chris has just rolled and got a 6.
Yeah.
So what? Because of Dark Angels, you don't roll for the attrition, but it did lose a Marine due to morale. It's probably taking his buddies back to the front lines, or communications have gone down. He's not running away. We never said Marines run away.
Yeah.
Guardsmen run away, probably. Right, so we're going to go into Chris's turn 1. Forgetting end of my turn, I've done extended battle line, so I score 5. I'm getting rid of investigate sites. I'll keep hold of deploy teleport home to see what I get at the end of that one. So Chris's missions that he's drawn, he's already used a command point to discard, defend, deploy teleport home. He's got storm hostile objective, where he needs to claim an objective I've already got. He's got raised banners and secure no man's land, which basically means that he's got to get a lot of stuff in no man's land. This is going to be quite interesting. So in Chris's turn, he's not done a lot of movement. He's staying quite static. I don't know if that's a good idea or not, but that's what he's doing. He's decided to this unit hold and this unit hold. Both units did actually have line of sight to this squad, but I did play take cover, and with the addition of this cover and the actual trees, meant that he only took out 3 of my team down here. The Purgatorus pistol from the librarian shot into the squad in the cover, managing to take out one of them. And now it's this beast of an anti-tank flyer. I'm guessing it's going to try and take on the might of the Lehman Russ battle tank.
And we're just desperately scratching for a stratagem.
And he's desperately scratching for stratagems to see whether or not he can annihilate it some more.
First,
so, apologies for the background noise. The next door neighbour's having stuff done. He's played target guidance on this to give +1 to hit for any other Dark Angel unit. What are you firing with first then, Chris?
Twin Icarus rocket pods.
Yep.
Heavy 2d3.
Heavy 2d3. Chris is throwing dice around.
4.
So 4 shots with the Icarus rocket pods, needing 2s now because of the guidance. And yep, that's definitely a good 4 hits. What's the strength of this weapon set?
7.
So he's going to need 5s to wound.
Yeah, -1. So it's heavy though, so it'll be -2.
-2, yeah.
1.
So 1 wound. It's heavy, so it's -2. So it'll be armor's 2, down to 4. Armor of Contempt now applies to Astra Militarum vehicles.
Yeah.
So that would now go up to freeze. So just 1 hit, needing a 3 to save.
No, damage of 2.
And I've saved.
Yeah. So then the heavy 2 Thunderstrike last talent.
Yep.
2s.
Oh man. You've not used a command point in this phase, sir, if you want to use one. You are now down to 2 CP.
I know, it's ludicrous, isn't it?
Yeah. Do 2.
Tell you what, bad first turn. So
strength?
9.
So you're going to need 3s to wound. Definitely 1's gone. AP?
-3.
-3 with -4 because of doctrine.
Yeah.
So that would normally be a 6, but because of armor of contempt, it is now a 5. So looking for a 5 to save, and I got a 6. Bounced off.
Ridiculous. And then Storm Fury missile.
Yep.
Heavy 1. 1. Unbelievable.
And you got 2 of them.
No, it's just heavy 1.
Heavy 1. Rightio then, sir. Unfortunately, last time I played against these things, this thing absolutely annihilated the Leman Russ turn. In this game, it's rolled up, it's rocked up, it's hitting on twos, and it's bounced off. And it wasn't due to armor contempt, because both rolls that I did as a standard save for a Leman Russ battle tank. This will be interesting rest of the turn here. Right, unfortunately, I mean, we're trying to, because I'm trying to get these battle reports done quite quick. Some of the stuff I'm kind of just glossing over, but all three of these squads opened fire into the Chimera and did nothing. It all bounced off. It was very ridiculous, to be honest with you. So, yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, in the psychic phase is making them hit less because they've got a -1 to hit, but that was pretty brutal. Not brutal as in bad dice rolls on Chris's part. When it comes to morale, they only lost 1, so they're going to auto pass. They lost 3, so they actually rolled a 1 and auto passed. I think Chris is going to start biting. He's going to start punching me in the face, I think, in a minute, because all I've done when it comes to saves is roll 6, and when I need to roll 1s, I've rolled 1s as well. So I'm doing quite well.
Yeah.
So at the end of the turn, do you secure any of your objectives?
No.
You didn't storm hostile, you didn't secure no man's land, you didn't raise any banners. Right, we'll let Chris decide if he's going to discard any of those. So at the end of that particular turn, it is 5 points to the guard, 0 points to the Marines. So at the start of the second turn, objective-wise, Chris has discarded all of his objectives at the end of his turn because he's like, I'm probably not going to be able to achieve any of these. I've still got deploy teleport homers, I've drawn no retreat, no surrender, which is a benefit and or boon. I can't fail a morale test, I can't make a fallback move, I also can't move out of range of an objective, which is really irritating. And I've got bring it down, which of course is going to be that bad boy there. It's time to destroy a flare. So, movement-wise, I haven't really done a lot of movement because, of course, I can't. When it comes to actions, they're actioning onto that objective. They are within 3 inches, so they are trying to get rid of it. The lightning strike did actually remove one of those guys out of the game, but they've been given the orders for first rank fire, second rank fire. They opened fire on those Marines and took 2 out. So Chris is down to 1 guy down there. Over here, these guys in the building, they've got headhunters as one of their Crusade things. Chris's librarian was down here. I shot at him, and man, did Chris roll some bad dice rolls when it came to saving throws. Managed to rinse him off the table. So the Leman Russ battle tank is now going to engage this storm speeder. So we're going to be playing a stratagem. I can't remember how many points it is, but it allows me to fire the battle cannon and its maximum amount of shots. So the stratagem is called Hail of Fire, and it allows me to fire maximum, so it's basically going to be 12 battle cannon shots into this guy. So Chris is playing high speed focus, meaning that this thing here, my bring it down target, is now going to have a 4 in-run save. So battle cannon away. We're looking at 4s to hit, any 6s are going to be automatic.
Marcus, you need that.
Strength 8. We're going to be looking for 3s to wound. Oof. These are D3 damage apiece. It's a 6 wounds going through. It will be on his 4 pin run save. Go ahead, sir.
And watch them all come up 1s to 3s.
He's cursing himself now. 4. How many wounds does that thing have?
It has 10.
So 4d3. That will be 1, 2, that's 6, 8. He's taken 8 wounds from the first volley of the Leman Russ battle cannon coming in. Las cannon now. That does hit. Again it wounds. Chris is on a 4-ups, invulnerable.
Hey.
He's passed it. And then the 2 multi-melters. We've got 4 hits, needing 3s. Yep. Oh. And Chris over there has rolled 1 and 3. So 2 of these are going through, so even a command point's not going to save him. Minimum is going to be 3 damage. So the vehicle is gone. Do you explode, good sir?
Come on, show me a 6.
No.
Why would it?
Brought it down. So now that that's gone, we've got some plasma gunfire from here. That's going to go into those guys. -1, Trephination's not really going to come into effect because I've got a -1 anyway with the trees. I am going to overcharge, but I've got no rerolls on here. So here's the plasmas. That's going to be 2 hits. Chris has played transhuman physiology, so I need 4s. That'll be 1 wound. Minus, yeah, so it's going to be on 4 up to save. He rolls a 1, so that's 1 dead. And then the lasguns. 6 lasguns in rapid fire range due to Armageddon coming in now. Needing 4s. So Hammer of the Emperor kicking in. We've got 5 wounds against the Marine there, so you're on 2s.
5?
Yep, 5.
I'm dead.
Chris is really enjoying this game, he's loving it.
Another kill point there, mate.
I know. Chris not really having much of a good time here. The tank, this one, is now going to start trying to rinse the opposing squad right in front of it. Battle cannon roars. Manages to score a single hit, needing freeze to wound. It does wound, and it's no minus because Armor Contempt knocks it down to 0, and you get a +1 free cover, so you're on a 2. Which you do save just. And then a Heavy Flamer coming in. 3 hits. Again, I think this is going to be 1 wound, sir, and it's a 2-up save again. Yep, so you roll a 4. And then Justice Infantry Squad opening up. So at the end of that turn, I did actually open fire with them. They managed to take out a Marine down there and cause a wound. I've got Bring It Down. I'm halfway through doing No Retreat, No Surrender, which should get me another 5 points at the end of Chris's turn, as long as I don't fail any morale checks. That thing, Bring It Down, is 5 points for that being destroyed, and I've also removed that objective marker, which gives me, ending my turn, with a total of 25 points. Let's find out what objectives Chris draws. Chris has not got a lot left. The second turn has left him very devastated. He earned 5 victory points for the objective, but he's kind of moving forward more for Crusade benefit more than anything else. These guys have leapfrogged their own unit. He's looking to try and take some boys down here. This unit moved forward, actually trying to target the old character, and he shifted forward mainly just to try and see what he could do to these guys down here. I'll take that off because of course that was last turn. Right then, so what are you going with first?
So I'm hoping these can double up and all shoot at that.
You should be, you will be able to shoot her because she's not within 3 inches of any of the other guys.
So combine 12 shots.
So you're going to fire them all together?
All together.
No problem. -1 for firing through the trees.
So 2s normally.
2s normally because of the skill, because they're part of the same squad. So they've actually got a ballistic skill of 5.
Yeah.
So 2s no, sorry, 2 plus. I'm thinking 5s. That's the old school.
Yes.
Yeah. So 2s to hit normally, 3s because of the trees.
And would you Adam and Eve it? Chris. Come on, 1, 2, 3, 4,
Wow.
5, 6, 7.
I'll be honest, this game has not been down to tactics. Chris's dice has been horrendous.
Yeah. And then looking for 3s.
Looking for 3s?
And I can't kill it. Oh, I can, potentially.
Potentially.
So
Potential
4 at
4.
-1 for whatever
Yep,
it's
so
worth.
I'm on 5 up invulnerables. She's alive with 1 wound left.
Because she would be.
Because she would be. Because she's awesome. So the heavy rifles are now targeting these guys, needing 2s. I am going to take cover on them, because of course I'm going to need to try and save them, I think.
So needing 3s at
3s.
AP minus a 2.
Yep.
That's my best round of shooting.
So these 4, 2 damage apiece, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
3, mate.
3 damage apiece.
No, 3 I rolled. Yeah.
3. Needing 6s due to take cover. I managed to save 1. 2 of the guys go down. And they're definitely within 15, so that's going to be a good 10 shots here.
So
10 shots.
3s. Well, I never. What?
Pretty good there, mate. Pretty good. We're in tactical as well, so it's going to be a -2 on these.
I need them all, though. I need them all.
Yeah.
And I don't get them all. But I'll re-roll them.
Yeah.
Do you want that re-roll?
Yeah, re-roll that.
Of course it'd be a 2. So 5 at -2.
So another 5 dice, needing 6s. None of them. Another 5 go down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oof, that's a pretty hefty. You might stop me from getting a burn. You might stop me from getting my No Retreat, No Surrender there, sir. That's pretty harsh. So getting towards the end of that turn, that would have been a really big morale. I had 2 CP left, so I'm going to auto pass their morale because I don't want them running off for Crusade, and I get no retreat and no surrender for doing that. Unfortunately, Chris didn't score any of his objectives this particular turn. It is 5 points to 30. Chris has decided I doesn't want to suffer any more casualties because, of course, if he does, it's going to start affecting Crusade. How we play this narrative is that if you want to succeed at the end of a battle round, you can do. So Chris is deciding to throw in the white flag there. The ambush, as he has stated,
It's got to be an ambush.
has gone on quite well there, and we've managed to ambush the poor lads. So yeah, we're going to declare it at the end of that one. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. I'm hoping so anyway.
More than I did.
More than what Chris did, yeah. I don't think Chris enjoyed that much. Oh, he might have done, but never mind. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed that. I know I didn't really because, of course, but we don't edit the games. So I didn't because it was just a bit too one-sided. Chris's dice roll, my dice rolls were fantastic. I mean, not a lot of dice rolls on the camera, but they were amazing. The amount of 6s I was rolling today has been insane. And the amount of 1s Chris has been rolling today is also insane. Normally doesn't roll that bad, do you, sir?
It's good karma in the bank. I am hoping that next game I will have...
Well, that's it. We did play a game off camera up at the club and he gave me a trouncing. So this is my revenge.
Yeah.
But thank you very much for watching, guys. Please like, share, subscribe, hit that notification button if you do want to see better battle reports than this one. And we will see you next time.
Yeah.